Can I get real with you for a second? Every time something powerful comes along, the internet, smartphones, social media, the first thing that goes viral isn't the cool stuff, it's the scary stuff. And AI is no different. You've probably seen the headlines: AI voice scams, deep fake fraud, phishing emails so convincing you can't even tell they're fake. And look, those things are real. I'm not going to sugarcoat that or skip around that. But here's what the scary headlines don't tell you. The single best protection against AI being used against you is actually understanding AI yourself. Today, we're going to talk about both sides of this, the threats you need to know about, and the much bigger story of why getting comfortable with AI in your daily life is the move that changes everything. Welcome to Above the Noise, where I cover the latest news topics such as tech, AI, drones, and everything else shaping the world today. I try to break my conversations down for regular people, not engineers, not investors, no PhDs required. Regular people who just want to know what's actually going on and how it affects their everyday life. No left or right spin, just telling a story based on the research I found. If my facts are not accurate or if I'm misspoken in any way, just let me know in the comments below. Let's pause for a second so I can get promoting my channel out of the way. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. Click the subscribe and then turn on notifications so you won't miss out on any of the topics I discuss on this channel. This genuinely helps me while helping more people find this great content. All right, let's get back to the topic at hand. The conversation I keep having right now with family members, with friends, with people in the comments is some version of, should I be worried about AI? My honest answer is, a little bit of worry is healthy, but mostly you should be curious, because the people who understand how AI works are the ones who spot when it's being weaponized against them. And they're also the ones who quietly are making their lives easier every single day utilizing AI. Here's what we're doing today. First, I'll walk you through the real AI scams you need on your radar. No exaggerating, no panic, just the facts. Then I'll flip the script and I'll show you why leaning into AI, not leaning away from it, is how you actually win. I'll give you practical ways to start today. Let's talk about the scams, because you deserve the story straight. First scam, AI voice cloning. Scary, right? Scammers can now take a short audio clip from a phone call from a strange number with no one on the other end, or recording from your social media. We're talking about 10, 30 seconds max. And they can use AI to clone that person's voice, your voice. Then use it to impersonate a family member in a fake emergency. You heard it. Grandma, it's me. I'm in trouble, but please don't tell anyone. Think of it as vocal identity theft. The voice is real enough to fool the people who loves that person. The FTC has flagged this as one of the fastest growing fraud categories, with victims losing thousands of dollars in a single call. The telling feature of this scam: urgency and secrecy. Legitimate emergencies don't require you to act in the next 5 minutes and tell no one. The pressure is the scam, not the voice. Next up, deepfake video calls. In 2024, a finance worker was tricked into transferring $25 million after a video call with the CFO and other executives, but they were all deep fakes. The employee authorized a wire transfer. He thought he was in a real company meeting. Now, most of us aren't moving $25 million, but this same technology is filtering down to everyday scams: fake customer service rep, fake government officials, fake romantic partners. Here's the tale. Any video call that's pushing you towards a quick financial decision, should be verified through a completely separate channel. Hang up, call the real number back yourself. The last scam we'll discuss is AI-generated phishing. Old phishing emails were full of typos and weird phrasing, but AI has fixed all that. Now, scammers can generate highly personalized, perfectly written messages that reference your real job, your real company, your real manager's name, all scraped from public sources like your LinkedIn profile. Here's the tell. The writing quality is no longer a reliable warning sign. The red flag now is to ask itself, any email requesting login credentials, urgent action, or financial information should be verified the old-fashioned way by picking up the phone and you initiating the verification through a number you've dialed. Okay, now that you've got the honest picture, let's talk about why that picture is actually incomplete. Here's something that almost never makes the headlines. For every story about AI being used to scam someone, there are millions of quiet, everyday moments where AI is helping regular people like yourself save time, learn faster, make better decisions, and solve problems they've been stuck on for years. Think about it. A single mom using AI to help her kid with homework. A small business owner who can't afford a marketing team but is using AI to write their first real email campaign. A first-generation college student using AI to polish their application essay. A retiree using AI to finally understand their Medicare options. These aren't tech bros. These are real people, and they're getting quite an advantage that most people don't even know is available to them. But here's the piece I really want you to hear. Listen up. The people who understand AI, even at a basic level, are dramatically harder to scam with it. When you know that voice cloning exists and what it can and can't do, you don't panic when a voice sounds familiar and you ask for the code word. When you know how phishing tools work, a perfectly written email doesn't fool you. You look at the acts, not the grammar. Understanding how the trick works, makes the tricks stop working. It's like a magician explaining how an illusion is done. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. The spell is broken. So why aren't most people engaging with AI? The number one reason I hear is fear. Fear of looking dumb, fear of something going wrong, fear that it's too complicated or that it's going to take over everything. I understand that, but here's the historical reality. We said the same thing about the internet in 1998. We said it about smartphones in 2008. In both cases, the people who leaned in, not the engineers, just curious everyday people who started poking around, found more opportunity on the other side than they ever expected. AI is in that moment right now. And you're already ahead of most people just by watching a video like this. All right. Let's make this real actionable. 2 categories, protecting yourself and just getting started. First, set up a family code word today. Text everyone in your household right after this video. Pick something silly that no one outside your family would ever guess. Anyone claiming to be a family member in an emergency must say the word. No word, no action, no funds. Verify emergency requests out of band. What does that mean? That means using a different method of communication to verify it. Any urgent request by phone, by email, or by video gets confirmed through a separate channel you initiate yourself. Urgency from a stranger is a red flag, not a reason to rush. Secondly, how do you get started using AI to help you? Try one AI conversation this week. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they're all free to start. Ask it something you've been Googling for years but never quite got a good answer on. Just one conversation, see how it feels. Use AI for one task you currently dread. How about drafting an email you've been putting out, summarizing that long document, planning a trip, writing a birthday message you're stuck on. Pick one thing and let it help. Try learning out loud with your family. If you have kids or older relatives, bring them into the AI conversation. Try something together. Curiosity shared is curiosity double, and it makes everyone in your household more informed. Here's a stat worth sitting with. In a 2023 survey, over 70% of people said they were concerned about AI, but less than 30% had actually used an AI tool themselves. The gap between fear and experience is exactly where scammers thrive. It's where the biggest opportunities go unclaimed. The goal isn't to become an AI expert. The goal is to become just familiar enough that it doesn't feel like a black box. Because once it's not a black box, it's a tool. And tools don't scare people, they empower them. As always, let's land this plane and recap our conversation from today. AR scams, they're real and they're growing, and you should take them seriously. Voice cloning, deepfake calls, and AI crafted phishing are the three to watch. The defenses are simple though. A family code word, out-of-band verification, and a healthy skepticism of anything that creates artificial urgency. But, and this is the part I really want you to take with you, the answer to AI being used against you is not to run from AI. It's to actually understand it well enough that you can't be fooled by it. The fastest way to understand it is to use it, even a little, even imperfectly. The most protected version of you is an informed you. And you're already doing that just by being here. If this landed for you, please share it with someone you love, especially someone who's nervous about AI or someone who may be vulnerable to these scams. One share generally might make a difference. If you're still here, that means you like and enjoyed the discussion today. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. I put out content like this every week, always aimed at the regular people, always keeping it real. And drop a comment if you know someone or if you encountered an AI scam yourself, or you've had a surprisingly positive experience with an AI tool. I want to hear from both sides because that's the whole story. As always, stay curious, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one. And as I always say, stay above the noise.